Taking no shorts. Coming right up.
We talking about practice. Not a game. We talking about practice.
Now I gotta talk, we all gotta be quiet. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, kiss stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
And now your host, Taking No Shorts podcast, Jay Grizzy.
Ooh. Sometimes when those smooth transitions happen, it's just a beautiful thing in the pre-production, producer, host, podcasting, solo, everything world. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Taking No Shorts podcast special edition. I'm your host, Jay Grizzly Green, aka Mr. Leave No Meat on the Bone. Yeah, dig.
Exactly.
I ain't bust one of them out in quite a while. It is, as of this recording, a couple of days before Thanksgiving 2025. And because the Friday, and we're not going to call it Black Friday no more. We're in different times now. You dig? We gonna call it, they gonna call it Black Friday, but we supposed to be boycotting. When I say we, you know who I talk about. You know, a lot of places, and just because the economy is doing what it's doing, not everybody breaking bread or coming off some of the bread that they got to give out these corporations for them to get their nut.
Exactly.
All right, let's just be clear. But again, all right, let me get back to myself for a moment. I am your host, Jay Grizzly Green, Taking No Shorts podcast. I don't even know what I'm going to name this episode. I just know that this is the week of Thanksgiving, and I wanted to get some content in and let you guys, if you're rocking with me, do me a favor and share this content. Where can you find this content? It's at the following streaming channels: Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch, all at Taking No Shorts Pod, and also anywhere where you find your favorite podcast. New episodes come out every Friday around 8:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You might be saying, like, Grizzly, what is you on tonight? You know, first of all, I had to move everything from the confines of the studio into the crib, into my office, my home office, the Taking No Shorts podcast office. This is where me, my dog Obi, who is a 4-year-old Boston Terrier, he sits right here while I'm working, and he he interdicts anything that I'm trying to do, in as far as Taking No Shorts podcast and making money for myself. So, you know, he makes sure that he is the priority. But no, I just to change the scenery, just to see what what this production might look like on the winter time of the game. You know, let me go ahead and let y'all know what I want to get into tonight. Again, I said this is, excuse me, by the way, Pinot Noir. I can't. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if there's a difference between wine drinkers and liquor, but I'm at that stage. Y'all can see now. I'm a black Gen Xer. You dig?
Exactly.
You know, and I was a brown liquor dude. I think I was a brown. I don't think I know. I was a brown liquor guy from, say, about 28 to 48. So for about 20 years, I was hitting that Hennessy. I was hitting that Crown Royal. I was hitting that Cavassier. I remember one time I gave somebody Cavassier as a Christmas gift.
Exactly.
That's how. And if you catch this podcast, you know who I'm talking about. I knocked on old girl door and say, Merry Christmas. And that's when Pastor Cavassier was that was the song that was out. And being that I'm a big East Coast hip hop fan, even though I'm from the DMV and the RVA, y'all see I rock the Yankees cap. Shout out to Marcus J.
Exactly.
But nah, like I used to drink like mad dark liquor up until about when the insurance premiums start going up, and it was like, yo, you some going on, and I look great. I told the doctor, I said, I look great. What's going on? They was like, you look great, but on the inside, nigga, you dying.
Exactly.
I would try to stay off the drops at night. And then, of course, the Matrix picks that up on them, whatever, and I get all kinds of information on my device, internet, however you want to. Wine is good for you. Wine ain't gonna hurt you. The Romans drink wine. The Africans drink wine. Like all kinds. So I'm just like, I do my due diligence, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna turn into a. I don't know what that word is, but I'm gonna look it up now that I said it. What do you call a wine drinker? Hold on, let me look it up, and then I'll pull it up. What do you call a wine taster? Is it a wine taster? A sommelier? Hold on, let me share the screen with y'all. There we go. I put in the Google machine. What do you call a wine taster? But a wine drinker is what is what I really want to. What do you call a wine drinker? A wine drinker is a oenophile or connoisseur. Oh yeah, and an oenophile. I think I've turned into that. OENOPHILE. And I think a lot of enthusiasts, duh. I think a lot of other people have turned into a OENO file, a lover or admirer of wine. I mean, just studies show that alcohol, spirits, they do a lot of damage if you consuming it over a long period of time and not modestly, as opposed to wine. Some studies show it's good for. Look, y'all could probably get up in the comments and be like, yo, nigga, you just an alk. No, I'm not. I'm just saying. It's Thanksgiving week, a couple of days away from Thanksgiving. I wanted to talk about some good, because I say shout out to the homeboy B.
Exactly.
He gave me the moniker of on the podcast, Real Retro and Ridiculously. I think I put the Ridiculously Awesome, or either AI put the Ridiculously Awesome on that, but Real Retro and Ridiculously Awesome. Say that 3 times while you're sipping on some Pinot. You did. But my homeboy B gave me that. Anyway, I was just thinking, as here we are, 2025, like some good Thanksgiving memories. Like all of my memories of Thanksgiving, the first thing that comes to mind for me when it comes to Thanksgiving is family.
Exactly.
It's just, if I could, when I edit it, I'm gonna put family right there. And when it comes, I'm gonna sit back, and when I do the pod now, I can do that. Adjustable microphone, but that's the first thing I think about is family, because that's the one time of the year, whether you got it whether you don't have it, whether you like we doing this year, because I think I saw somebody said turkey. How much is a turkey this Thanksgiving? Let me look that up. He shared that with y'all. All right, hold on. How much is a Thanksgiving turkey in 2025? Well, I mean, y'all don't believe me because I think some people, y'all can see that's just my, if you want to be a sponsor, taking those shorts and don't mind some of the 4-letter words that I sense out, that's my icon right up here. You can hit me at J Green Radio. That's the letter J, and then green like the color, RADIO at gmail.com. But I'm just looking at, like, here goes some of the Walmart, $18.38 for a 10 to 16 pound turkey. Target, I'm not even gonna say their name, even though I mean we were big. I'm not gonna get the wrath of folks like that. But Target got a turkey for $13. I mean, for Jay Grizzly, turkeys are not going to be a problem this year. But just looking at it, let me look at this. How much is a turkey, Thanksgiving turkey, as opposed to, let's say, 20 years ago? No, let's shit on the red hats. Let's give Obama's third year. He came in 2009, so let's say 2012. Let's do that. A 16-pound Thanksgiving turkey was about $1.34 a pound today, costing around $21.50. While in 2012, the average cost was $1.39 a pound. About 20. Wow, turkey was more than it was today. All right, now that's from. Hold on.
A bullshit.
A bullshit. The economy, 21.50. 2012 was 22.23. The cost comparison, the price per pound, and the total average cost for a 16-pound turkey are lower in 2025. Yeah, the internet is rigged. Everything is fugazi now. I've been saying it. Like now, I'm sipping on wine, Kool-Aid, and everything else. Like I refuse to believe that because shit is expensive. Let me go back to 2009. That's when the man's first year was in office. It was $1.16 in 2009. In 2012, we had to go through the whole financial crisis. So we went through the financial crisis before, but I don't know what's going on with fucking turkeys. Well, the average in 2025 is $1.34 a pound. So it doesn't matter. Shit is expensive to feed folks. I ain't got to tell nobody about fucking inflation. We are potlucking with family, going back to that word again, so my attention deficit doesn't kick in heavy. So, yeah, we potlucking. We're going to my auntie's house, and I'm looking forward to it. I politicked very hard this year because Grizzy, my Thanksgiving, ever since I got married, has been split like 3 ways, or sometimes 4. I got my, and I don't know if folks can identify with this, so let me know. But how do you see everybody you want to see during Thanksgiving? Like, so, and then that conversation, like the way my family dynamic is, because we're a blended family, is like, I want to see my family, I want to see your family, and I want to see everybody. But how do we pull that off in a X amount of time and and give everybody their fair time to see everyone. And I want to say for probably 20 years, that's what I was doing. Like I was here, there, and everywhere. And then finally this year, I don't know why, but I was just like, look, I told my wife, I said, we are going to do Thanksgiving like this. We need to arrange this like that. It's not like I put my foot down or nothing like that, but it's like this is what I want to happen. And so far it's going to happen. Anything can happen between now and actual Thanksgiving, but. And if y'all want to get in the comments like this is a whack ass holiday or a shit like that, I get it, and I'm not gonna besmirch what you got your feelings on Thanksgiving or a family holiday or a family gathering, because to me that's what it's really about. It's really a family gathering. And it just so happens to happen on the last Thursday in November for most of my life.
Exactly.
So I look forward to it. And as I've gotten older, I've looked forward to it more because some people that were at Thanksgiving are no longer coming to Thanksgiving, and I got to see. I think a couple of years ago, I got to see my my sons, my children, and my nieces and nephews. Like they now, I could see how they progressing with with that dynamic as I've gotten in my Gen X years.
Exactly.
And they got their table just like we had our table. You know, at Thanksgiving. I'm Unc now. Like I remember, when my uncles and them disappeared.
That nigga's tripping.
Yes, sir. I remember going to my grandma's house and seeing my uncles. Now I'm the youngest, being that I'm the oldest of my siblings, but I'm the youngest to my uncles, so I was like the little brother to them, and so I looked up to them, but I also knew what they was in the streets heavy. So I was just like, so they disappear, and now I get it. Now and I'm not in the street, but I get it, and that's now I see how my kids and my nieces and nephews do when I see them. I'm at the old folks table having I'm at having adult Gen X conversations. We talking to our elders, and they respect the elder. Young folks respect the elders too. They they do their thing, but then after a certain time of the day or the night, depending on when you eat your dinner or the turkey is cut or whatever, the young folk go on and do their thing. And a couple years ago, I think it was at my cousin Tracy's house, I was like, "Oh, y'all turn."
That nigga's tripping.
I say, "Oh, it's they bought they had a disco ball. They turned it into a whole party." And then I know my sister Sean. Shout out to Shawnee.
Exactly.
We doing our thing, beating this thing. 2012, I will never forget. I'm gonna give y'all a story. 2012 Thanksgiving, I was at my sister's house, and I went into it with a toothache. I had some dental shit going on, but I didn't know how bad it was until I bit. The food was delicious. First of all, anybody that know my sister know she can burn in the kitchen. Like she can throw down. So it was no disparagement on how she the food. It was just I was slacking on my macking, and I bit into a piece of chicken, and that tooth. Oh my God. I never forget that when I bit into a chicken leg, a fried chicken leg, it was battered and it tastes delicious. But I heard something crunching and I'm eating. I don't know if y'all ever ate a tooth or could crunch or feel something. And I was just like, yo, I know my sister.
Exactly.
I know she did. Cook in some lard. I mean, put a rock. And so I'm like, what is this? I go look it up here. I'm like, you feel with your tongue. And I'm like, oh shit, I done lost a piece of my tooth that I knew was doing a dame. What my tooth was doing a dame dash. Oh shit! I had the whole goddamn thing. My tooth. All right, the audio was off, but this was going. My tooth was doing this. Pew. Then the next day, some cold air, some regular air hit. It won't cold air, but some. It felt. Let me explain to y'all what kind of
bullshit.
this was. If you ever had a cavity toothache type shit, like, whew, I don't know what it feels like because I've never been struck by lightning, never. But when this pain, when this nerve over here, when this nerve hit, when that normal Thanksgiving after that first week of December air hit that nerve, it felt like I never got struck by lightning. I never got struck by lightning ever. If I got struck by lightning, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you all today. But trust and believe me when I tell you, it felt like a lightning striking my ass.
Talking about practice.
No,
Not a game.
No,
not a
no,
game.
we not.
Not a game.
No, we not.
We talking about practice. Not a game.
And I got down on one knee. And if you don't know Jesus, you know Jesus. You gonna pray there. And the first thing I did, I called my mom. I had a toothache so bad. I said, Mama. But Bob is in heaven right now, laughing her butt off. Cause I called her. I said, Mom, what is that? She was like, you got a nerve exposed. You need to go to the dentist. And being that I was dentist, I had dental phobia, for about 35, 40 years of my life, I got it all straight now. So if y'all come in the comments for you, fuck you. So I was like, okay. She was like, yeah, you got to go to the dentist, son, if you won't get that rectified. Because I went to work for like 2 days thinking I could get through it. But no, lightning was striking. Like, wow. Yeah. And I was just like, oh, I was scared. I ain't talk to nobody. And I like to run my mouth. Even my wife was just, matter of fact, I called, thanks to my wife. I said, could you please find a dentist that can do this miracle for me?
Exactly.
Oh, I was down bad. And I would not wish that on nobody. Oh, I could, I take that back. I think a couple people I could wish it on, but he's still working on me. Yeah, that was a rough Thanksgiving. But I remember, what was the name of that group? I'm not going to get caught up in the name of the group, but there was this internet challenge that was on Vine back then. This was 2012. And I want to say it was the Beatles. I'm messing up the song. And there was this challenge, and we went around. The young kids and the youngins did this video. And if I'm gonna put it up with this one day. I mean, when I clip this up, I'm gonna put it up, and I look back on it because you know how the cell phone and the social media give you memories and stuff, and I see it, and I was like, yeah, man, my family is, warts and all. They pretty awesome, man. You did
Exactly.
pretty awesome, you know. And so that's what I think about when it comes to Thanksgiving. So yeah, I got my immediate family that you know I have to see and visit for Thanksgiving. Then I have my wife's family, my in-laws. Uh, I have to visit them, and then I have my son's family, which is like a second family. My older son's family, which is like a second family to me. That's a tradition that they have that I see. So shout out to the Herberts.
Exactly.
I go spend the night. Oh, not spend the night, but I go over there, and of course, it's because that's a cowboy house. It's a cowboy game on, and I troll them for a little bit. And if I'm lucky, I get home at a decent hour. But I don't know how I don't know how I have diplomatically pulled that off over the last say 20 years. But I look forward to tomorrow's Thanksgiving for a couple of reasons. For family, that's one. Um, the second reason is because I'm dieting, and um, I'm looking forward to the food. God damn it!
Exactly.
I'm looking forward to the goddamn food, and that's the one time of the year that I can eat, and I don't care what it's gonna do to me. I remember that same year. I think I had some. Shout out to my cousin Cliff.
Exactly.
I had some venison, which is deer meat. It was cooked just right. So whoever prepared it, I think Cliff might have cooked it, but had some deer. One year I don't think I had rabbit, but down south. The further down south you go, we got some delicacies. Yeah, you dig. So venison is not really a delicacy, but if it's dressed right, delicious, man. And I had some of that not too long ago. I look forward to shout out. Now I'm gonna save that. But my auntie make a mean pound cake.
Exactly.
Let's round of applause for Babu. But yeah, she make a mean pound cake. So, and I'm a sweets guy. So pies and cakes is my thing. I don't know about everybody else. Whatever your thing is, please let me know in the comments what your favorite dish is. I know it could be something that everybody says, you know, on social media for interactions. But let me know what your favorite dish is for Thanksgiving and it could be from when you were a kid, from when you're a young adult, you could be Gen X, it doesn't matter, But mine was, I always look forward to my cakes and pies. So we not doing pumpkin pie, okay? We not doing that.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit.
Yeah, pumpkin pie, I've never had it. And they used to, a lot of folks over the years, a lot of family members over the years have said, oh, you want some pumpkin pie? And short of the rock, right? you want some pumpkin pie? And I'm just like, or some pie in general. And I'm like, yeah, because I'm a pie guy. And I'm eating it. And it turns out it was sweet potato pie. And Pat LaBelle had one that came out. In a lot of stores, you get the store bought. But over the years, I've had some mean, and I'm telling you, some mean sweet potato pie. And for me, now I'm thinking about it, it's got everything to do with crust, with sweet potato pie for me. It's a crust thing. Cobbler, Shout out to the Four Horsemen of VCU. Cobbler is great. My grandma made a mean apple cobbler, but I like peach cobbler as well, just as good. You know, I haven't had peach cobbler in a while. I want to say my cousin Trey might have made some peach cobbler back in the day, or it might have been my sister, but I will never turn down cobbler. Like the dough is everything. Dough, cobbler and ice cream or apple pie a la mode, that never grows old with your guy, Jay Grizzy. And then a cake. Okay. So now the cake, short of the lemon cake or pound cake, like my aunt make like a lemon / pound cake. I don't know what she do to get it like that, but it's like lemon. It's like lemon in it. It's like let me try to say it. Lemon in the pound. That's what I'm gonna name it, Babu. It's lemony pound. That's what it is. It's a lemony pound cake, and it's delicious to live for. But any cake really. My granny, shout out to Granny.
Exactly.
She used to always, even not even, it didn't have to be Thanksgiving. Like she would call me, especially when I left the home, because we had like when you poor, everybody lived together, you know. And then we were lucky that my grandma didn't live too far from us. Matter of fact, she lived right across the street from us, and she would call me all the time. She'd be like, "I made a cake for you. You need to come get it." I mean, and I'm not talking about a piece of cake. She would make a whole cake for me. And I remember early on, when I left home, she would call me and I would go get that cake. It usually be chocolate or lemon or white cake, but it was gonna be one of the three, and it might have been a box cake. It didn't matter to me. It was the fact that she was like, I made a whole cake for you. And I went and got that shit and I ate it. And that's probably why I got diabetes now. Love you, Granny. You know, but yeah, man, those are my things. Like the turkey, or like all the regular fixings for Thanksgiving is okay. But for me, it's the cakes and the pies. I ate a couple of plates of food, but I made sure I got to them desserts. Yeah, did. So, man, and then all right. So another thing for me, as you know, I'm thinking and I'm reminiscing about my Thanksgiving days, is shit. This might come out Thanksgiving. I might put it out if y'all screaming on y'all phones while y'all let y'all table down that I'm, you know, talking about it. But it was like first you got out of school, you know.
Exactly.
So that Wednesday, which is, you know, the last day of school, sometimes I think that I don't know, but here in VA or here in RVA, we got Thursday, Friday. We got the Thursday and the Friday off. I don't think we got the Wednesday off. We got the Thursday and the Friday off, and then we're going back to school that following month. But that was like the opening Christmas season, right? That was like once Thanksgiving, that Friday, which is we're not gonna call. I mean, they're gonna call it Black Friday regardless. So I mean, but that Friday after, this is what I'm gonna call it. It's the Friday after Thanksgiving. You did. So I'm gonna give you an exactly for that. And for me, once it was Happy Thanksgiving, Charlie Brown, that came on TV, right? And then between that and Christmas Eve, you had Frosty the as a Gen Xer, you had Frosty the Snowman, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Happy Thanksgiving, Charlie Brown, Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown. 'Twas the night before Christmas, I want to say. It was a claymation animation thing. But for Gen Xers, man, that 4 weeks, man, you want to talk about sweet, sweet, sweet memories. And for us, me and my siblings, you got the Wish book. You had to see it. We didn't have a see it. Well, we had a Sears catalog, but we weren't fucking with it like that. Back in VA, we had a best catalog. Best Products was a catalog store, a catalog company. And they must have known, as poor as we was, and they might have had a layaway that worked with my mom and my auntie, but they sent us a catalog like clockwork back in the day, man. And we would go, me and my sisters and my cousin and my little brother would go in, and at the back, like the last 20 pages of the best catalog was the Christmas section. And it had, when I tell you, it had, short of Toys R Us, because we couldn't shop for ourselves. We still believe, we didn't believe in Santa Claus, but we knew, this is where you wanted, if you had a Christmas list, this is where you go. And every year between Thanksgiving and Christmas, this catalog would come out. We would sit down. I remember sitting down with me and my sisters, my cousin, my little brother, and we would write our Christmas list off of this best catalog. If y'all in Richmond, Virginia, and y'all know what that best catalog look like, y'all know, hit me in them comments, you dig?
Exactly.
Every Star Wars toy, whether it was, and honestly, shout out to my mom, man, because I had, they had, like, you could order stuff that you couldn't get in, like, Sears or what was the Toys R Us. We didn't even have Walmarts in VA back in the 80s. I don't think Walmart came through till like the late 80s, but I'm talking early 80s, all the way to probably like 88, somewhere like that. All right. So, like the Millennium Falcon, I grew up as a Star Wars kid. Or for my little brother, the He-Man toys, like, or for my sisters, the Cabbage Patch Kids, when they sold out at the major retailers or whatever, you could order it on the Best Products catalog, and the Strawberry Shortcakes, the Snoopy Snow Cone machine, like that period between Thanksgiving and Christmas. When I think about it, guys, and I'm just having a retro moment, you did.
Exactly.
Awesome. Truly, truly awesome for your boy, Jay Grizzly Green. Because you could, even if you didn't get the toys, it was just fun looking through the fucking best catalog. They had all the Transformers, all the Star Wars, back there. And then I got the ColecoVision, and we didn't have an Atari. ColecoVision, all the cartridges, Donkey Kong Jr., Super Mario Brothers, shit like that, Burger Time. Man, y'all talk about a kid that was fortunate and happy and just, and we was poor. I'm not even gonna try, because the internet and the young folks and the TikTokers won't even appreciate what I'm talking about. I don't think, but if you do, that's good. But we was poor. And our folks work very, very, very hard. And I'm sure your folks work very hard to make sure you and yours have a good Thanksgiving and a good Christmas season. But what I've learned over my Gen X years is this. These major companies, they, like I said earlier, they get their nut off of how much money you going to spend, how much bread you going to come out your pocket for to give to them. And some of them companies is not friends of us, if you know what I mean. Some of them companies are actually working against people who are people of color. Let's put it that way. Because they funding ICE, they funding all that other shit through their corporate donations and all that. So yeah, for this time, I mean, all of my kids are grown now. So when I asked my oldest son today, I said, "Yo, man, what you want for Christmas?" He was like, "Yo, I been stop asking you, but I mean, as a parent, I still ask every year. I ask all my kids every year what they want for Christmas, and they look at me like, "Yo, Dad, you crazy?"
Exactly.
With this,
That nigga's tripping.
they don't say that to me, but just you know, just a bit. It's just being a good, loving parent. I'm really looking forward to the holiday season. And the holiday season for me, and I'm just speaking for me, means a lot of it means a lot of things different than it did before. Back when I was a kid or growing up, I was gifts, and then I turned it. I don't think I got a Christmas gift at all as an adult. And if somebody did give me some, I think that I was giving more gift. I was more of a gift giver than a gift receiver, and it's okay. I don't care about all of that. But as I've gotten old, I just appreciate so much of the memories that were created around times, not around holidays, because it could have. I mean, and I mean, it could be a holiday because that's what they say it's a holiday, but it's one of those times where you don't have to go to work. Everybody is coming to one place, right? And that's rare where if you, in this busy world where you could get everybody to come together, that's family, and you see them and it's just for that moment, it's just all good times, fun and love. And so and then in 2025, because of so many people in my immediate family that I've lost that has transitioned, I look and I know it's difficult that one year that family member was at the table and down the next year they're not. You know, my mom, my grandma, my uncle, my Keith, Junie, you know, like because those were Rena, you know, my auntie Rena. Like those are moments that you just miss and you gonna miss. And I know one day I'm gonna be on the other side of that ledger where folks are gonna be like, "Damn, Jay Grizzy was here. Grizzy was, was sitting beside us or whatever." And I just want to enjoy as I'm now up there. I think that's what this theme is. It's like, hey man, if we're getting up there as Gen Xers, you know, enjoy the people, enjoy your family, whatever issues you got. Especially, I think I saw I don't know what they call them now, but a content creator or meme or whatever put something up, and it came across as like this is the time where family members kind of start beefing when you see. I'm gonna say that's MAGA. That's dumb people because ain't too many MAGA black folk coming to Thanksgiving. They know better. They know better than to show up, and they could try, but ain't nobody fucking with you for real. For real.
Exactly.
You can sit. You can sit at the end of the table with. I know you ain't bring her. I know you ain't bring her or him. I ain't even going down there. I kid. I kid. I'm not doing that. But no. Um, yeah, man. Enjoy your family this season. Enjoy your family, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to get my sweet. I'm going to take my sugar, I'm going to prick my finger, and then I'm going to eat my cakes and my pies and pray. When I go to my next doctor's appointment, what have you been doing? Man, it's Thanksgiving. It's the holiday season, man. I'm going to eat. I'm going to enjoy. I'm going to live life. And I encourage everybody else to do the same. It was just a quick impromptu, guys. If you like rocking with anything you heard, vibing with anything you heard tonight, do me a favor. Go to Taking Those Shorts Pod on YouTube and hit subscribe. Also hit that notification bell so you'll get episodes or updates on new episodes and shorts that I put out there. Also can be found on YouTube, not YouTube, Facebook and Instagram at Taking Those Shorts Pod. That's TakinNoShortspod. I know I'm spelling it like that, but phonetically it's Taken. Not like the movie with Liam Neeson, Taken, Taken, Takin. I'm taking no shorts. You dig? I'm not. No shorts. You got to get the full Monty. The full Monty. But Instagram and Facebook, but and also on Instagram at Jay Grizzo. That's JayGrizzo, and Facebook Jay Green. Real simple, like remember Sam Snead? That was the name of the dude off of Death Row back in the day. I'm Jay Green. I'm just Jay Green on. I used to have it under my comedian name when I was doing stand up back in the day, and I was like, yo, I'm too. What are you calling me Grizzy? I mean, some folks still call me Jay Grizzy Green. I put it up there. I say it sometimes still too, but that was just something that I was coming up with when Izzy was something you could always, as a moniker, you could put on your name. Everybody had an E, Breezy, Wheezy, Grizzy. Yes, you get it, So I'm just saying y'all can see the grades tonight. So for that, until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I see y'all down the road. Peace.
We talking about practice. Not a game, not a game, not a game. We talking about practice.
Now I gotta talk. We all gotta be quiet. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, gift stealing, wheeling dealing, limousine riding.
I'm a man. I'm 40.
And now your host, Taking No Shorts podcast, Jay Grizzy.